Hi everybody, my name is Victoria and today I am celebrating because I hit 400 subscribers recently and I also hit my second Booktube anniversary of making videos and being here, and I've just met so many lovely people here on Booktube and I continue to meet more lovely people and to make friends here, and it has just been so worth the risk of putting myself on the internet. I was very scared to make a channel and I was a Booktube lurker for a really long time, and I enjoyed watching people make videos and I was just too scared to jump in. And I'm so glad that I did because it has been so much fun and really just a special part of my life and a really special hobby of mine now. So without further ado, I have a list of 20 Booktubers who are all under 500 subscribers. There are some also really lovely Booktubers that I've met and become friends with who are above 500 subscribers, and I think for the most part I did not include them unless they were under 500 subscribers. So just know I could just go on forever about all the amazing people that are here and that I've talked to and have met, but for the sake of this video, we're going to shout out people under 500 subscribers. The first channel I want to mention is Crackin' to a Good Book, which isn't that just the best channel title you have ever seen. She reads a lot, and I always enjoy watching videos from people who read more than me, and that's not hard to do because I average maybe 4 or 5 books a month. So when I see Booktubers reading 12, 15, 17, 20 books a month like her, I'm just in awe. I also recently enjoyed her non-bookish chat about the things that she's watched, the board games she's played, the video games she'd played. I always enjoy seeing that kind of different content on Booktube, and I just really enjoy her content that she puts out. Next up, I want to shout out Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf. What I love about Naomi is that she's a very thoughtful reader, and I enjoy listening to her kind of muse on her thoughts. And she also likes to read classics, which I am also a classics fan. I recently enjoyed her video on Anna Karenina, and I believe she has a poll on that video to decide what classic she's going to be doing a book chat on next. So definitely go head over there and vote on the books. I think she has 3 books to choose from. Oh, hi kitty. Next up is Booktuber Amy Myers, and I just find her content to be kind of different and refreshing in the way that she packages it, and she seems just like a really sweet person. I have linked down below her video, Books That Were Better Before I Read Them, which I just thought was such a creative way of talking about, you know, books that disappointed you. Next up, I have Bernice Bookish Adventures, who I believe I'm also connected with her on Instagram. And Berna just seems like the nicest, sweetest person to chat to about books. And I have linked down below her video of books I've added from my parents' bookshelves, which I think is a really interesting way to build a TBR, is to pick from other people's bookshelves and people who are maybe older than you or younger than you. So I thought that was a really creative video. Next up, I have a pretty new Booktuber. This is Victoria James Book Reviews, and she has under 100 subs right now. And I've just recently enjoyed her thoughts on some of the African American literature that she's read. She's been participating in the Blackathon, so I will link that down below. She just had some really interesting books mentioned. Next up, I have an enthusiastic reader, and again, I included her too because I was recently interested in her book chat about Black History Month and what she has read. She just seems like a lovely lady. She reads a lot. I'm sorry, my cat is like destroying the room while I'm filming this video. Why does this always happen? But anyways, she reads a lot of interesting, diverse books, and I have enjoyed her content. This next Booktuber is Christy Lewis, and I just adore her content, and she just seems like such a fun person. Christy Louise always leaves like the sweetest comments on everyone's videos, and she just seems like such a nice person and a genuine person. I recently enjoyed watching her middle grade March TBR, so I will have that linked down below so you can check out Christy. Next up, I have a very new booktuber, and she only has 32 subscribers right now, so please go and give her some love. But this is Somebody Reads, and I also found her because she had a middle grade book haul for middle grade March, and I enjoyed just watching her really sweet personality, and she had a lot of books on her list that I am also interested in. Next up, I have Booksellets, which I believe is a joint channel of Ariane. I'm sorry if I did not say your name right, and Prometheus, and they just have so much fun together in their videos, and they're so like bubbly and friendly, and you can tell that they would just be a hoot to hang out with in real life. They have really fun personalities and also cute dogs, and I will link down her Valentine's Day book haul down below. And this is also a very small channel, under 100 subscribers, so go give her some love. Next up, I have Lost in a Bookcase, and she just recently celebrated a year on Booktube, so go congratulate her. She's very funny. I was just watching her videos and laughing because she is so snarky, and she just brings a really fun perspective to life. She talks about her life as a barista, and I just find her to be just a lot of fun to watch. Next up, I have Summer's Moving Bookshelf. I've followed Summer for a really long time. She may have been one of the first people I started talking to when I first started making videos, and she recently changed her channel name to Summer's Moving Bookshelf because she is obsessed with Howl's Moving Castle, which I also love that book very much. And so she has obviously excellent taste in books, and she's also a fellow musician, so we've bonded over that in the past. Down below, I have her video of the one where I rank all of Jane Austen's novels. And so if you would like to go check out Summer, I recommend that recent video from her. Next up, I have Elizabeth Ann Reads, and I just adore Elizabeth. Elizabeth Ann is someone I've more recently started watching, and I just find her videos very comforting and calming. She has a very smooth and calm way of speaking, and she's also a very thoughtful reader, and she really analyzes what she reads, and she's just a nice person in this community. You should go be friends with Elizabeth. Next up, I have Charlie from Reader Turned Writer. I think I found Charlie when she was maybe starting out on Booktube. I can't remember exactly, but she has been doing these videos recently where she shows you her bullet pages, and she kind of talks you through them, and I've really enjoyed watching those videos. I will link down below her rereadathon TBR bullet page video. The next channel I have is Bookish Burrow, and I've recently been enjoying her videos. I think I've discovered her more recently as well, and I am a graphic novel and manga novice, and she recently posted a video about her also not necessarily knowing where to start, and she did some research, and she has a list of graphic novel and manga that she wants to try, so I will link that down below, and I got some ideas from that video as well. Next up, we have Angie from Literary Labors. I have known Angie for a little while now on Booktube, and we did a buddy read back in, was it summer, maybe summer of last year, and she is a fellow teacher just like myself, and I have really enjoyed watching her vlogs, and she kind of talks to you about her teaching experience, and it really resonates close to my heart. Angie reads a lot. She reads in her spare time quite frequently, and I wish I had her dedication to reading despite being a tired teacher, and I just really admire her for that. She's a super sweet person. Go check out Angie if you're not already following her. The next channel I have to talk about is Carrie Louise Reads, and I discovered her maybe a few months ago. She recently did the Indie Challenge, where you try to read only books from independent publishers, and I found her video really interesting as she went through and talked about all the indie books that she read in 2019, so I have that linked for you down below. Next up, I have Autumn of Pelennor. I love her personality. She is so bubbly and energetic in her videos, which I always appreciate. She makes me want to listen to her with her high energy. And I recently enjoyed a video from her called 5 Valentine's Reads for Romance Haters. know if I'm a romance hater necessarily, but I have a low tolerance for like lame romance and romance done poorly. And so I definitely will take some of her recommendations. Next up is a booktuber I just subscribed to last week. She's a new booktuber. This is V Tekken Novels, and she only has, I think, about 50 subscribers at the moment. She's been posting every single day, and that is amazing. I wish I had that kind of dedication. And I found her on her newbie book tag, so I will link her newbie book tag down below. I think she's only been on Booktube for maybe like a couple weeks, and she's been super diligent about posting, so she already has a lot of content to check out. Next up, I have Cozy Reader Kelly, and this is another person I've actually been watching for a long time. I love hearing her thoughts about books. She's a very thoughtful reader as well, and she's a mom, and she has cute cats, and she has a Bookstagram. I really enjoy the way that Kelly talks about books and shares her feelings and thoughts. She always has just really well-articulated videos, and so I will link down below her recent reads video from February. I have one more channel to talk about, and that is Megan's Reading Revelations, and I think I've found her pretty recently. I have to say, I love Megan's bookshelves behind her, and it just looks like she has maybe a never-ending shelf of books. She talks about a lot of different books and a lot of different genres, and I will link down below all of the book series I own that I haven't read, YA, fantasy, and sci-fi edition. And so I hope you go check out Megan. Those were 20 small booktuber shoutouts for you today. Let me know down below who you enjoy, who is a small booktuber. I am always looking to connect with more people and to watch more videos and get new perspectives on books. So please link down below if I have missed anyone that you think is fantastic and deserves recognition and deserves some follows. I will go follow them. You can see my links in the description below if you want to follow me in other places. I have a Goodreads, I have a Bookstagram account now, and I think that's all I have linked down below. That was a short list. Keep reading great books. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.